Yo, welcome back everybody. I hope you guys are doing well as always. OsamaSon just dropped his third commercial mixtape titled Jump Out. This project was executively produced by OK, but there are some other credits on the album to mention from people like Legion, Sky, Gyro, and just a couple more. For me personally, my favorite kinds of OK beats are the more like anthemic, melodic, kind of like digital sounding ones. And after listening to the first song Southside from Jump Out, I knew immediately that that was the kind of beat I wanted to make for this tutorial. So with all that being said, I'm going to break down how I would make an OK type beat for OsamaSon. Alright, so we're over in the FLP, and as always, I have everything just laid out kind of one by one so we can go through it. To start this one off, we're at 149 BPM, and typically OK's beats are pretty fast, anywhere from like 145 to 160, just kind of in that range. But to start off this melody, like I said, we're going to be basing it off the Southside song from Jump Out. So the first thing I started with are these chords, and we're using the Ace plugin. This is a Yuhi plugin, crazy plugin for like virtual type of stuff. And we're using the UH vintage preset. So to explain this MIDI a little bit, we're in D sharp minor. And all I really did is I took that classic minor progression of 1-5 and just reversed it. So to start off, we're using this B note, which is the 5th note in the scale. And you can find that by going to this little arrow, go to view, scale highlighting, and then click D sharp and then the minor. And then counting from D sharp, all of these lighter notes are the ones that are in your scale. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we land on the B. And like I said, the classic progression of the 1 and the 5 is what I used, but I just reversed it. So we're starting off with this B, and then I just built a minor chord, so I'm just gonna skip every other note in the scale. So we used the B, and then we used the D sharp, and then F sharp. And the only thing I did is I pitched the D sharp up and then down 1 note in the scale. And then I just added the 7th note, which is the A sharp. So then for the second chord, I just built the exact same thing, but we're starting at D sharp. So you skip a note in the scale, you get this F sharp, you skip another note, you get the A sharp, and then all I did was I pitched that F sharp up, but I left it. And then I just added this B note up here as kind of like a transitioning note to just go back into the first chord. So then this next sound, I just got this random one-shot like pad, and I just layered the exact same MIDI. And then on that one, I'm using a preset from Kersey and HitGirl's new Shaperbox kit. Crazy ass kit. If you guys don't have it, go get it for sure. For this preset, I used the accent one, and I just turned off the filter. So really just kind of building on the anthemic feel, kind of layering a bunch of pads and synths together. So this next sound is just like another random one-shot lead. And then I drew in this pattern. And one thing I love about using one-shots is that you can use the glide notes. It just adds so much character to a pattern. On that one again, I'm using another preset from the Shaperbox kit. And this one is the Dimensions preset by HitGirl. So what I ended up doing with that one as well is rendering it all out. And for half of the arrangement, I have a version of it pitched completely down, and then the other half is just the normal pitch. Next thing, we're using another Ace preset, and this is the RL calculating preset. And I used just 1 note for this because it's kind of like a effects or like a sequencer. So it already does a bunch of notes on its own, so I just used 1. So now we're really starting to build like the digital side of it. So with that last preset and this one, we get more like high-end frequencies. We get just more kind of like random little ear candy sounds. And then really the last thing we added was this bass. And it's nothing too crazy, just follows the root notes of the original MIDI. I noticed in a lot of OK beats, he likes to use some creative basses, so I thought this one fit pretty well for this beat. So that's it for the entire sample. I'll just play these two sections here so you can hear that difference between the low end and the high end lead. So then moving on to the drums, like I said, I kept it pretty simple. We only have 6 different patterns here. And the first one we are starting off with is just a regular clap. Then we got a hi-hat. Now typically OK does a lot of like hi-hat rolls and stuff just to kind of keep the beat moving pretty fast. Next, we got the classic glass shatter that he uses in like every single one of his beats. I think it just might be a part of his tag. Then we got this snare that hits at the ends of each 4 bars. Then we got an open hat to just kind of accent the 808 pattern. And then last but not least, we got the 808. All of these drums, by the way, are from a new kit I'm working on with Gateway. It'll be out probably in a couple weeks, I would say, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's it for the entire beat. Let me know what you guys think about this one. I think this beat actually turned out pretty fire. I could definitely hear OsamaSon using it. Let me know what you guys also thought about the new OsamaSon album. I've been hearing a lot of controversy as far as OK's like production on the entire thing. I personally thought it was fire. I like OK's beats, so I don't really ever get tired of them. I can see how some people might think it can get repetitive, but I mean, that's just kind of the album that you're signing up to listen for, you know? Like, you can't go into it expecting to hear one thing that like he doesn't ever do. So I don't know why people are really getting upset at that. But yeah, as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow me on Instagram and join my Discord, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.